Happy New Year, Ray Beltran.
Happy New Year too, man.
Thank you so much for talking to Bayloric TV.
Anytime, bro. Just let me know.
Okay.
Just
So
call me.
I'm talking to you now, bro. I'm talking to you now. Listen, let's talk first about the Ricky Burns fight. Commiserations in that.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Well, it was a good show. Good experience for me. I mean, good experience and bad experience, but at the end of the day, it's all good.
When I did the interview with you last time, we talked about the boxing politics, and it seems that the boxing politics has once again come back to bite you yet again.
Yeah, that's in my life in boxing. So, but it's okay. I just get stronger. I mean, I just stay up. Can't
Ray,
quit.
I'm confused. I mean, you had the fight in your hands, quite literally. You had Ricky Burns down. I predicted that you would drop Ricky Burns with a left hook, which you did. But you had Ricky Burns hurt so many times in the fight. But when you had him on the ropes, you were pitter-patting with him rather than really going for the finish. Why was that?
I mean, it was looking good. It's really, it was. I see him hurt sometimes, but Ricky have the capacity to recover right away. Some people told me you hurt him, you didn't finish. Well, you know what? After I hurt him, I gave him a couple good shots, and he came back right away. It was good, and I can tell the eyes of my opponent. When he needs to recover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't want to really make a mistake and give him the momentum and give him a good moment. You know what I mean? So I keep patient. Keep patient, but. I mean, it's hard sometimes to execute good when, I mean, Ricky was more in defense mode. It was just too defense, hugging and blocking too much, and he wasn't really fighting back. So I had to be careful with that. You know what I mean?
I understand totally. It's a lot different being in there than watching it on television.
Yeah, it is. It is. I see a lot of, or even a couple times when he was in the ropes, I kind of stay in front of him to like try to make him throw punches, like, come on, throw something, to make him fight, but he didn't, all he did was just hug, and it's hard to make him fight and land the punches, when they just all they do is block and just be defense.
So being in there with Ricky Burns, was he as good as everybody said he was? Was he better or was he worse?
Well, you know what? He was just what I expect him to be. You know what I mean? He's a good fighter, good champion, but I wasn't surprised because I believe what I was capable to do. You know what I mean? I kind of expected that. I mean, I knew, just the way that the fight happens, that's the way I kind of expected. You know what I mean? Because I kind of know myself. I see his style and all that. So I was very very comfortable, and very confident that I was gonna do good. You know what I mean?
I still can't work out. You dropped Ricky Burns. You were dominant in the fight, but the fight ended up being a draw. What are your thoughts about that?
What?
What are your thoughts about the fact that the fight ended up being a draw?
Well, I'm not surprised at some point, because he was in his hometown.
Okay.
And it's Eddie Hearn's job. You know what I mean? He makes Ricky Burns sell a lot of tickets, so his money there for Eddie Hearn, so he's not gonna let it go away just like that, So, I'm not surprised, that happened in boxing a lot.
So would you say that you would have to say it's a hometown decision? Had that fight been in America, it might have been a different situation.
No, I think it could happen anywhere where the promoter have a fighter that sells a lot of tickets. They just take the best one. You know what I mean?
But Raymond, I mean, you've got a big fan base and you're very popular. So why is this always happening to you?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Just I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that question. You know what I mean? Because I think I put a good show. I think I think after the fight with Burns, I earn a lot of fans. So I just don't know, man. I just don't know. I just don't have the backup of Just
Okay.
when I fight, it's just myself.
After the fight, and you go back to your dressing room. Your emotions are still there. You're angry. But you would be angry because you've done what you've done. You've won a fight quite convincingly to only get a draw. What's going through your mind?
Well, there's a lot of frustration. I think about my kids, about that was meant for me. My dream, about to make my dream come true. They just take it away from my hands because they can. It's just a lot of frustration, anger. Pain. Sadness, and there's all kind of feelings involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think every fighter deserves respect. Even if a fighter don't fight good or whatever, we take a big chance. We put our lives on the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just people that manipulate the business, they don't care. If a fighter dies today, they just talk crap. Oh, I'm sorry, this and that, but it just from the mouth, and that's it. But they don't give a fuck. They just don't care. 10 fighters can die, but they don't focus on that. They focus on their money. They focus on making their money, and we're the ones that suffer the consequences. And that's what it gets to me, because I do it for my kids. I put my life on the line, and all that, and nobody cares about my family. Just me and my family and my people, my team, But it's just a lot of frustration. You wish you could do something, but you can't do nothing. You have the power. They have the power. So it just frustration because they can do whatever they want, and you just can't do nothing.
What are your?
And
Go ahead.
yeah,
Looking back, what did you learn from that fight?
Well, I think I did. I did everything I had to do. You know what I mean? I learned that I have to make sure to stop the guys and knock them out. To make sure they get the decision. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, even if you win convincingly, still there's no guarantee you're gonna have to get the decision. So I have to train harder. Try to make sure I have to stop the guys. You know what I mean? I have to stop the guys. That's what I learned from that fight. You know what I mean?
But Raya, I'm finding it difficult to understand this. You knew before you came to Scotland about boxing politics and how boxing politics had messed you up beforehand. Clearly, going to fight Ricky Burns, you knew you had to stop him. That going to points wasn't an option.
Well, you know what? It's hard when you fight when the opponent. Listen, to make a fight, you need two fighters.
Right.
If one of the fighters is not fighting back, I mean, you can do an ugly fight because the one of them don't want to fight. You should defend don't want to fight. You can make a fight. Plus, if you have the referee that is helping the hometown guy, he's make it even worse because he's let him do whatever he wants, like hugging and all that. At least you should get a warning and take a point of decision because it wasn't fighting at all.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so it was me against the promoter, Eddie Hearns, and it was me against Ricky Burns. It was me against the referee. It was me against everything. You know what I mean? I knew, but I'm not scared of fighting nobody. I'm not scared to go nowhere. I'm a real fighter, and I take the chances. You know what I mean? I take the chances, and I go wherever I have to go because that's my situation. You know what I mean? I have to go and face those consequences. But at the end of the day, I didn't really lose. I mean, I earned a lot of fans. I made a good name, out of it, and it's okay, I keep trying, and my time will come,
A lot of talk was made about you gonna have the rematch with Ricky Burns. Yes, Beltran. Eddie Hearn said it. Yes, we're gonna get Beltran versus Burns. We're gonna get Beltran versus Burns. As soon as Ricky's fit and ready, we'll get Beltran. Now there's Terence Crawford. What happens? Can't they spell your name, or what happened there?
Well, the WBO make Terence Crawford mandatory. I don't know, for some reason. You know what I mean? Like I said, so politics was a game. It's all about the money.
Okay.
But it's nothing I can do about that. You know what I mean? The fight was almost done, but it didn't happen. So yeah, I just gotta move forward. I gotta keep going.
Okay.
Gotta have control over that.
So how is your relationship with obviously Ricky Burns' promoter Eddie Hearn. How do you get on with him? Obviously, having this situation happen to you.
Well, I mean, I have no relation with him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't have no relation with him. I don't know him. I just met him there, but I don't really know what kind of person he is.
Right.
He's just a business guy. He's a business guy, but I don't know him. I have no relation with him. It's just
Right.
business.
It's just business. So, what did he say anything to you after the fight? Did he come and say, "Look, you know what? That was a bad decision." Did he say anything to you like that, or?
Well, he said we were in the hotel lobby, and he said, "Well, you know what? I think it was a very close fight." And he said, "I think you went for one round." And then suddenly one fan walked in from Scotland, and he told right away in front of he wasn't listening, but he told me, I said, "Man, you know what? I'm embarrassing for that decision. You clearly beat Ricky Burns, like you beat the shit out of him, and it was no doubt about you win. It wasn't even close, And I want to tell you congratulations." I say that you know what? I'm a fan of Ricky Burns, but it is what it is. And he told me that in front of Ed Hearn. So he told me when I want what I want Eddie Hearn to hear, the truth. You know what I mean? Don't stop the bullshit. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. You know what I mean? Don't there's not truth. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So the guy told me in front of him. So to me, it was great. You know what I mean? So that was that. He just stayed quiet and he looked down. He put his head down, because he knew what it was. He couldn't say nothing.
It's not
The
in
fans
Hearn's.
don't lie. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, it's not in Eddie Hearn's interest to turn around and say that his fighter got a good beating. That's not in his interest. His interest is to say it was a close fight and he can go on to make more money with Burns. That's just
I mean, you know what? He could tell me, just be yourself alone. You don't have to say loud. I understand that. Just be a man. Be a man. And told me, you know what, bro? You clearly won the fight and told me the truth. You don't have to be, play stupid games. You're not saying loud. Just say it to me, and I respect that more. Person like that really earn my respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But somebody try to come to me and tell me that bullshit. I really have a lot of respect for the Scottish people, because they're real true fans. Because everybody told me before the fight, hey, you know what? I'm Ricky fans, and I want to wish you good luck, but I want Ricky to win. And I like that. I like people to be real.
Yes.
After the fight, the fans come to me and say, you know what? I'm Ricky is a fan. I really wanted him to win, but you beat him clear, square, and you beat him up, and you should be the champion. And I like that, I really respect that, So I really have a good experience with the Scottish people, and the UK people fans. They're real fans, good fans. There should be those kind of fans all over the world.
Absolutely. So how did you find your fighting in America? Now coming to fight in Scotland, what was it like coming to the UK?
It was a good experience, Like I said, I really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good experience. Like I said, people was great to us, and even like Ricky Burns' people, his regime, the Morris regime, they were great to us. Treat us like great, make us feel like home.
It's great.
So I have no bad experience about that. It was all great. I make friends over there. I make fans. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful with that. That's a good, really, really good, great feeling.
Of course, you broke Burns' jaw. So how much conversation did you and Ricky Burns have after the fight?
You know what? We couldn't have a conversation. I wanted to go after the fight. Wanted to go to see him, and thank him, for the opportunity and wish him get well soon.
Yep.
But they took him to the hospital right away, So I didn't have a chance to talk to him.
That's a shame. I'm sure Ricky would have spoken to you and said a few things to him. He's a nice guy.
No, he's a nice guy. I got nothing bad to say about Ricky Burns. He's a fighter, He's in a different situation than I am. But hey, I don't blame him. He does what he has to do, and to work his way somehow. But it's not his fault, He does what he has to do. I mean, it's not about the promoter care about him. The promoter care about his money.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And it's not that the promoter care about Ricky Burns. He's not doing it for Ricky Burns. He's doing it for his own benefit, for money, and Ricky Burns will take it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. What do you think of this fight between Burns and Crawford?
Well, I think, like I said before, it all depends how Ricky Burns fight. If he a box, I think got more chances. Because Torres Crawford's not the kind of guy that's gonna really make you fight. He's
Right.
the kind of guy to keep his distance. And try to say it and all that. He's a really good fighter. Really dangerous too.
Yes.
But like I said, if Ricky try to be aggressive, I think he's gonna make a mistake. Ricky have to go back to his boxing skills. I think got more chances like that.
So if you were gonna lean one way or the other, who you going with for the fight?
What do you mean? Like lean?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm between. I'm between because, like I said, it all depends how they show up to fight. You know what I mean? How they show the fight. One thing also, like I said before, if Ricky Burns, the broken jaw might be on his head. So
Right.
you don't recover right away like that. Especially when going from one hard fight to another fight. That's stay on your head and back of your mind. You take a couple fights to get to recover mentally good. To get comfortable.
Right.
But you know what I mean? Because I had a broken jaw twice. You know what I mean? So I know what I know how that works. You know what I mean? So it does get on his mind. It does stay on the back of his head.
Right.
It's gonna be a good advantage for Crawford.
So describe to me what it's like to box after you've had a broken jaw.
Oh man, it's hard. It's really hard. It's too much pain. You can't really fight. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have to. It's hard to fight.
Mentally, how does that affect you when you get back in the ring after your jaw's healed? How does that affect you when you're engaging in a fight?
Well, that's what I said. You don't. It takes you time to get comfortable. You have to think like maybe even if you're not thinking about it on the back of your head, the subconscious, you think like it might broke again. It might broke again. So you know what I mean?
Wow.
It takes you time to go back, even if you're training, to fight a couple fights, and then you feel comfortable again, back in the game. But it takes a couple fights. It's not that easy. It really takes some time. You know what I mean?
Does it affect your punch resistance?
Nah. That's people have a wrong idea. You know what I mean? Like people say that, oh, you have a broken jaw, your career is done. I mean, people don't know. People is ignorant sometimes. You know what I mean? They talk just to talk. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when you break the jaw, it's just the bone. You know what I mean? It's not that you have a mess up your brain, or your coordination. Like, you break the bone. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Once the bone heals, you get way stronger. You know what I mean? So you don't. To me, personally, I have a broken jaw twice, like I said, and I'm still good to go.
Okay, well that's great news. Let's talk about the upcoming fight you now have with Rocky Martinez.
Yeah.
Tell me about how that fight was made.
Well, Top Rank makes some moves, and we're trying to get an opponent for me, and they find me Ricky Martinez, Rocky Martinez to fight him, and so can't wait to get back in the ring.
So, what does Rocky Martinez bring to the ring in terms of what you face now?
Well, you know what? I can tell you, like I said before, I really focus on my opponent.
Right.
All I do is train myself on the ring. I don't care how they train. I don't know. I got no time for that. I don't care. I just see a couple of rounds of how they fight, and that's it. All I do, I just focus on my training. And I don't care what he does. He can do whatever he wants. I focus on me, and if he's not better than me, he's not gonna beat me. If he's better than me, then he's gonna beat me. But if he's not, I don't care what he does. He's not gonna beat me.
Absolutely. Confidence as always, Ray. We talked
Confident,
about...
that's it.
Pardon?
When you're confident, you believe in yourself, you can make a lot of good things. Not overconfident, but just confident. And just believe in yourself, that's it.
If you don't believe in yourself, who's going to believe in you, Ray?
Exactly, nobody.
Okay.
Not even God.
Yeah, you're right. Not even God. That's true.
Yeah.
We talked the last time about Adrian Broner. We talked about him. He was going to fight Malignaggi. Since then, as you know, he fought Maidana, and it all went wrong. Your thoughts?
Well, I think I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
Like
you
I
did say
said, I
that.
mean before, I thought it was like a wrong fight for Broner, you know, because he's not the kind of guy that really box. He stay in front of you, and if you stay in front of Maidana, you're gonna pay the consequences. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So guys, if Maidana make you fight, he's not gonna go and wait for you to do your boxing. No, he's gonna go and make you fight. He's a very dangerous fighter, and that's what happened. You know.
Do you think this rematch they're trying to get Broner Maidana to, is that too soon for Adrian Broner, or do you think he can make amends?
I think I think he should fight somebody else a couple of times and they make the rematch.
Right.
You know, but it's up to them. You know, I think he should fight somebody else a couple of times and maybe one more fight and then go back to Maidana. Get him kind of like ready to a similar opponent.
Yep.
Figure out kind of the style and then go back to Maidana.
Floyd
That's what I
Mayweather.
would do if I were his manager.
A lot of people are suggesting that. Even Floyd Mayweather suggested to Broner to go down a weight and also to get some warm-up fights.
Yeah.
But Broner ignored that and says he's the man. He's going to come back. He's going to beat Maidana. It was an off night, but technically there's a few problems there.
Yeah. I mean, Maidana. I mean, Broner get exposed and he get hit. You know, it's not he don't have the defense that Mayweather does.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the difference. That's a big difference. You know, Mayweather can box. He got a legs workout, a good leg workout. You know, and it's different. You know, it's another level.
Okay. Finally, Ray, is there any possibilities that you would move up another weight division?
Yeah, that's on my head right now. If all depends what happens next. You know, in a couple of fights, and I'm planning to go up to fight on 140.
Okay, so you could technically fight a light welterweight.
Yeah, lightweight, yeah, for sure.
And could your body frame deal with that? Have you ever thought of that weight? Or?
Yeah, I think I'll be stronger. I feel stronger, you know, when I'm a little bit over.
I know fighters always say that, Ray, but what about the fact that guys who are naturally bigger than you, boiling down to that weight, does that have any effect? Or because they're physically bigger, stronger men you're going to be fighting against?
Well, you know what? I'm not a small lightweight. That's the thing, you know.
Right.
I walk around 150, 152.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I'm not a small. I wouldn't be a small like welterweight. I'll be a good size. You know, I have a good size for. I think guys is more than me in fighting in light welterweight. You know.
Yes.
So I have a good size. I think you know. I got a good strength. You know. I just think it all depends. I might have to change my boxing style. You know, maybe a little bit. All depends. You know. Depends who you fight.
Who would you fight at light welterweight, given the chance? A dream fight.
Well, you know what? Right now, because I'm with my promoter, you know, and I'm not even thinking about Golden Boy fighter, because I don't think that can happen.
Right.
But my promoter, I will fight Ruslan Provodnikov. I like to fight him, and I like to fight Mike Alvarado, you know. Those are kind of the names in that for me. And then,
Those are two great fights.
Yeah, I think the styles are good for me. Ruslan is a very strong, is big right now. Everybody talk about him, so I want to take the big chance, you know. Big chance, big regret, you know what I mean?
Do you know who I think
big reward.
Do you know who I think would be a great fight for you?
Huh?
Do you know who I think would be a great fight with you?
Who?
Timothy Bradley.
Oh yeah, I like that fight too.
That would be a good fight. I know he's gone up to welter, but it'd be good. It'd be good to see you guys like welterweight match it up. That'd be good.
I would love to get a fight like that. You know what I mean? I try to be realistic.
Yeah.
And I think for me, I have to be maybe a Ruslan or Alvarado to be able to get those fights. And then I think about those fights. You know what I mean? But I mean, the door that will open to me for those kind of opportunities.
Absolutely.
Is Ruslan or Alvarado. You know what I mean?
What about Brandon Rios?
You know, the thing of Brandon Rios is my boy. You know, and I don't really think about him because he also fighting a welterweight right now. But I mean, the thing is, if I don't know him, I mean, I would like to fight about a fight with him.
That would be a
You
great
know,
fight as well, man. Yourself and Rios. Wow.
yeah, but I think that's the only reason why I really think about him. You know, because he's my boy. We're friends. You know, we're cool,
Yep.
and it's hard for me to really think and challenge him. You know, because you know, maybe the business asks for it later on. Maybe yeah, and then we do it. But for now, I don't even think about it. So I better try to call some other guy.
Yes.
You know, because you know how it is, man. When you know somebody, you're cool with somebody. It's like you
Absolutely.
can
Yeah.
really think about that.
It's
You
the
know.
same. And what about Danny Garcia?
Yeah. You know what? I would like to fight that Garcia. I think that's a very hard fight and good fight for me. You know, and I would look at. I like to look up the stars. You know what I mean? And I would like to fight anybody that is above me. Everybody's on top of me. You know, so anybody that's in 140 and then I have an opportunity, I would like to fight him. You know,
Wow. I
even
mean,
Lucas Matiz. You know that.
there you
Some
go.
people say that. People say that. Hey, you know what? It's a hard fight. Well, you know what? You take challenges. I mean, it's about a challenge. It's about
Ray,
taking chances, and then that's how you prove yourself. You know what I mean? I
Ray,
don't let nobody tell me that I can do anything.
if you can make it into the light welterweight division, my God, the amount of fights are out there for you, and probably big money fights as well.
You say what?
There'd be great big money fights out there for you as well if you can make it into the light welterweight division.
Oh yeah, you know, it's more money. It's you take more chances, so it's more risk, so it's more money. You know, guarantee. So I'm here because I mean I love boxing, but at the end of the day, I'm here for business. So I want to get the money. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I would love to see you in those fights, and it would be a pleasure to see you in those fights, Ray, because you are a great fighter and such a humble guy as well. And we really hope 2014 brings you some big breaks and you get the opportunity to fight for a world title again. And this time,
thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you, and hopefully, I mean, God, give me the opportunity to fight for those big fights. You know, what I mean, my dreams come true.
Ray Beltran, thank you so much for talking to Bayloric TV.
All right, bro. Thank you, and I wanna say hello to all my Scotland fans and all the people and the UK fans, Ireland and London, everybody. You know, I have a lot of fans over there and friends. So I want to thank you all for your support and God bless you all.
Well, you just did, Ray, and thank you again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.